Hey everyone, welcome to the trading floor. We're back with the 15-minute opening range breakout entry on the NASDAQ, and we're going to check out April in a more live backtesting setting this time as opposed to last time, which was more of a review of the whole quarter. So here's a quick refresher for the rules while we stare at some losses on day one. Price forms a 15-minute opening range, and when it's done doing that, we're going to set a stop order at the top and the bottom of the range, also known as the high and the low. For each of the orders, we're going to use the opening range's midline as the stop loss, and we're going to set a 2R take profit. We'll cancel all the unfilled stop orders after 11:30 a.m., and we'll only take one trade in each direction. So let's mark up these first two losses real quick and just move on to the next day. So there is the first one, and this only goes like 1.5 or something, so I don't quite get it here. Yeah, 2. Yep. Okay, so 2 losses. 1, 2, and we'll go on to the next day. All right. So you get 1 entry here, and it looks like we don't get a bearish entry at all. So this ends up being a winner though. We'll take that, mark that out, and move on to the next one. So likewise, looks like we only get a bearish entry on this one as opposed to yesterday, which was only a bullish entry. And we get the winner before it comes back to bite us in the butt. So let's mark this down for a winner, and we'll move on to the next day. Okay. So we get a breakout here, which means that we're tagged in, and then we take a loss, which is unfortunate, but it's part of the process. That's okay. I always just draw it out anyway. So yeah, we never get a bullish entry at all, so that's fine. We just take the 1 loss and we move on to the next day. Looks like no entry on the bottom side, but we take this bullish breakout every day of the week for a nice easy 2R and mark that winner and move on to the next day. So it looks like we dodge no bearish entries here, but we do end up taking an unfortunate loss on the bullish breakout. So part of the game, unfortunately, with how we're taking this. Oh no, we do take a look at this. We take a loss both ways, I think. Yeah, this is still part of the trading day. So let's see. Yep. We take a loss before we do any sort of winning, unfortunately. So okay, 2 losses. Again, all part of the process. We move on to Wednesday the 9th. Check out. Oh no, there's another loss. That's unfortunate, but like I said, part of the process. We just keep on going to the next day. So we break out here, take our loss there. We never get a bearish entry, so we'll just mark up the 1 loss. It's the unfortunate, and you can see that this would have gone on to win. It's the unfortunate circumstance with taking the stop loss at the midline. It's just kind of the iteration of the strategy that we're utilizing right now. So we'll count up the wins and the losses at the end of the month and see how we did. So let's see, no bullish entries here. We get our breakout here, and this looks like it's going to be a loss as well. It's okay. I think we're like right at break even for the month, or we might actually be in the negative. It's okay. Oh, this is a double loss. That's no fun. You get 1 loss there. So April's turned out to be a pretty crap month, unfortunately. It's okay. Let's make sure we mark this out. We go on to the next day. So this looks like a really crappy loss. Again, this is the unfortunate circumstance of having this be your stop loss. If you're interested in a slightly different type of entry, where this is actually where you get into the trade as opposed to where you take the loss, make sure you go check out the series of the alternate entries for ORB, because that strategy would enter right here actually and go for 3R. So yeah, unfortunately this one ends up taking a loss, but that other alternate strategy ends up taking a win here, I think, today. I forget. But yeah, check that out if you're interested. So we move on to the next day. Okay. So we go on to the next day. This is another double loss. It's okay. It's all part of the game, part of the process with mechanical strategy. So yeah, at the end of the month, we will check out the total, see how we did, and tally it up. And we can keep a running tally on the year too, since we just did that video on the quarter. So yeah. All right, so we have half a month left. Let's see how we do in the second half of April. Not great to start off. It's okay. It's okay. We got to keep our hopes up, guys. It's just back testing. So we're just seeing if this is a viable strategy. And 1 month doesn't make or break a strategy. And also, we're not done with the month either. So you never know. Could turn around the last few days. Especially a 2R strategy. It's just need a few extra wins to kind of get something going. So let's see. So this is no entry there. Okay, and it doesn't come back during the session, so we just move on to the next day. So this is unfortunate again. So I feel like this is another good opportunity to kind of bring up the alternate entry, the kind of more retest style entry, if you are interested in that style as opposed to the breakout. Make sure you go check out the alternate entry style series, the ORB alternate entry. So we get a winner here. We go on to the next day. And it looks like we get a loss going long. Maybe we get a winner here going short. We get into the next day. So we're probably closed out of the trade around 4 p.m. like here. So this is kind of like a break even. So yeah, so we'll just mark this as a loss for the day, and then we'll just go break even. I don't want to let a strategy kind of be defined by letting one trade squeak through or not. So we'll just kind of mark that as nothing and then move on to the next day. And that's okay. So let's see. Next day here, we get an entry that wins pretty quickly, which is nice. We go to Friday the 25th. Choppy day for 2 losses. Unfortunately, it's okay. All right. So we got a few more days left. So we take a loss long. Looks like we get a winner short though. One win and one loss. Move on to the second to last day. See how we did. All right, so we get another winner here. This helps towards the end of the month for sure. And let's go check the final day of the month and see how we did. Unfortunately, we get a loss on our short, but we get a win going long. Yep. All right, so we mark out a loss and a win. All right, and we'll hop up to the 15-minute and count it all up real quick. All right, so here we are up on the 15-minute. We're just going to take a fast run through and try and make sure that we count everything correctly so we can tally up the numbers for the end of the month. All right, so we are 0 and 2, we are 1 and 2, 2 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 3, 3 and 4, 3 and 5, 3 and 6, 3 and 7, 3 and 8, 3 and 9, 3 and 10, 3 and 11, 3 and 12, 3 and 13, 3 and 14, 3 and 15, 3 and 16, 4 and 16, 4 and 17, 5 and 17, 5 and 18, 5 and 19, 5 and 20, 6 and 20, 7 and 20, 8 and 20, 8 and 21. And that's the month. So 8 wins and 21 losses is definitely a losing month, unfortunately. But grand scheme, it's only -5. Again, it's not the best. You'd want it to be positive. So this unfortunately detracts from how we're doing overall on the year, which is 26R, I believe, so far. Yeah, we had 26R in Q1. So this brings us down to 21R for the year, which over the stretch of 4 months really isn't too bad. But yeah, so stay tuned. We'll keep back testing this live each month and kind of see how we do. But yeah, unfortunately, it's kind of not the best month. But as you saw, a lot of the losses that we took this month would have been winners on a retest style strategy. So if that's something you're interested in, and I'm not trying to be spoilery or anything, but if that's something you're interested in, go check out the alternate entry style videos, because that might just be your cup of tea. So go check that out. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, hopefully subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you.